So there we go. We have that plugged in. Excellent condition. And create announcement. So I do this. Usually if I don't have the setup like this, I will just do the original Joseki. I won't... this is okay. It does leave e6 later though, so I'm just going to do the regular approach. Thinking about just going down here this time, but this is fine as well. Yeah, so once again, the correct, yeah, that's fine. The correct move is actually, here is actually just playing R5. They're letting me get this. So I think this favors white a little bit, but not by that much. I don't like this move because K2 is still there. It does build a little bit of influence, of course, but I think something like this is going to be bigger on the onset. I suppose you could play, yeah, this I'm just going to pincer. I'm going to take the bottom here. Oh, that still works. No, I'm just going to do this first. I feel like you have to do that. Like letting me get both is just letting me get both of those is a pretty big loss for black. Yeah, letting me get both those moves is pretty bad for black. Here, I don't know if I'm going to answer or not. I don't think I should. Because the double Hane down doesn't really work anymore, so I'm just going to take the invasion on this corner. Probably should have done the lower approach. It's going to do that. No, this is still a thing for me right now. Take whatever advantage he offers me first. Yeah, this definitely favors me. He cannot do that. That's fine, but he doesn't threaten me this way. I think I can just ignore this and then jump up here. And like he built some influence up here, but now that kind of destroys all of that. And he can't actually do anything here because if he pushes, I can just do this and he has to, yeah, you can see that doesn't really work for him. I'm actually gonna do this first. Ooh, that's actually kind of problematic. Because if I connect, he's got this here, so I think I have to take this. I should have taken the 2. Miscalculation by me, that's bad. That doesn't work anymore once I've taken that stone. If he tries those 2, I'll just give him those 2, I guess. Those 2 aren't worth all that much. Does that instead. It's perfectly fine. Then I go ahead and do this. I still reserve this move. That's fine. There's not much up here left, but I do still reserve this move. It's really not worth all that much. It's time I just shut that. I think I do have to move here, and I'm just going to jump out here. I'm not really sure if I'm going to answer that one. Guess I'll just do this. I'm going to take like every single advantage it gives me. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that anymore. I don't think you can threaten me there anymore. I don't know what I'd do with this actually. I'll try this. I don't personally think that's the right move. Although, like, this probably wasn't a great invasion for me, now that I think about it. This really wasn't worth it. Ooh. Shoot, I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, that was bad. I should have just come up. Should have just freaking went up. You can live here pretty easily, I would think. Yeah, the thing is, if he cuts here, I can just connect this. As long as I get this, I'm going to win, so I can give him these 2 stones. Like, getting that is not enough compensation for, like, basically having this die. So that doesn't bode well for him at all. And try to attack this, but he's not going to be able to kill it. I feel like I can do this in one of many ways. But I do feel like this is the best option right now. Not really sure what that actually does. Because that doesn't... I don't think that does anything. I'm just going to take this. I mean, I'm not really sure what that does. Remember, I at least have one eye down here. And I don't really know what he's trying to actually do. This doesn't work. He's still like, he just solidified that territory. This really doesn't work for him. I mean, I'm just going to do this because that's actually pretty big. He's getting a little bit of territory here, but he like the sacrifice of like this stone is actually really, really big. Three X4. I mean, the one we... Yeah, I can show a couple. I mean, I only know a few. I kind of just play the variations out by themselves, but yeah, I can show a couple. Okay. I don't really understand the point of this move. Um, because I can kind of just do this. Oh, shoot. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I don't think this matters. Also, like I'm not actually afraid of that group dying. So that's kind of pointless. I forgot about that, but I'm actually not afraid of that group dying. I don't think I have to answer this. I don't know if he's still trying to kill me or not, something, but he can't. There's no way he could have given this up. This is like, that's not recoverable. Uh, Giving that up, like there's definitely a way he can actually live this group, for sure. Like if when you're choosing to fight or not to fight, you do have to consider like, can I win without fighting and giving up this group? And he's just down by too many points now. So I can do that. It's fine. So if you look at the territory distribution, he has this a little here and this here. I have like this corner here, which is going to be almost equal to like one of these territories. And then like I have a couple points in the center. He has a couple points here. And then I have like all this here, which is going to be a lot bigger than what he has here. So just counting wise, I'm ahead by quite a lot. It doesn't. This doesn't matter. Hmm. I think I played that wrong. I'm gonna do this though. Yeah, that's not good because if I remember, like, this is a fake eye if I do this. So now this is a fake eye. He has one eye. So it's dead still. What? I mean, I can just connect as well. So that doesn't make any sense. And plus, if he Atari's here, you can't connect anyway, so that doesn't really make too much sense. There's no point. I mean, these moves aren't that useful. That's actually fairly large. As is this. Well, I don't know how big that is actually. Probably not that big. No, wait. There's something bigger than that. Yeah, there we go. Game would actually be pretty close if I didn't kill this group, actually. Because I have this, and that's about the size of this. But with that killed, it's not really that close, obviously. Even if he closes off all these, there's actually nothing here. I just have more liberties than he does. I think if he just closes, I'd just do like one repair. It's not a big deal. I don't think he needed to do that, but I'm just going to connect this.
Byo-yomi.
Just going to go ahead and fix this. I don't think there's anything here, because if he does this, he has 3, I have 3, but I'm just going to just do that just to be sure. I think in a close game, I actually wouldn't do that.
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
Like I said, if this, I guess like even without this, I'd be
You
ahead
have
by
won.
quite a bit, but I'm up by 44, yeah. This is probably like around the difference. So let's actually go back and review this game. Him giving up that group was definitely like the thing that determined the game, because I made a pretty big mistake here. This is one Joseki. Generally, I think this is better. I think connecting here is a little bit better. Mainly because like if you do this, you do leave the opportunity to do this later on. So it's not that important. The other thing I believe is just doing this, or like doing that. I think like this is another kind of like Joseki here for this approach. Doing this, I think the correct if white does this, I think the correct move is like this way. Kind of something like that. So those are some 3-4 Josekis. I think those are the only ones I would really see. Like I see like water pincers, but then like C3 is always an option for black. Essentially, like any kind of pincer, like C3 is always kind of an option. So we do that. I just go ahead and do this. So like the best option is still here. That's probably black's best option. If you do this though, you can see like this kind of influence, and also like here I'd probably just play this. This kind of influence is going to be better than what he came up with. So generally, like trading this move for this move is pretty advantageous for white. Going here and then letting me get this, you can see like I gained a couple points there because this still isn't clean. I can still play the S2 move and capture all this territory. He basically got this little shape in here. So that, like I said, I could just play this as well to destroy the shape, and I can also jump here. So I don't think this is all that effective. It might look impressive, but I don't think this particular move is that effective. So I'm going to do this. What the heck? I don't really know how this works, actually. So I don't particularly think that's all that effective. I obviously think like this move is worth more. This move might have actually just been the best move, but I'm going to go for the shape. He does this. I'm going to pincer. This is okay. This, I should have definitely just done this. And get the Sente here, but this is the correct move too. However, this is the wrong move. I'm obviously going to come up here. If you do this, I'm going to take this. And it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm fairly safe over here. You can destroy the territory over here, but giving up this is a lot. So, like, he can't really give up that stone. So he actually has to extend. He doesn't want to give up that stone, but at this point, you might just want to do this if you're black. Just take over this side in exchange for, like, that side. But he doesn't want to give up the stone. So I end up getting both these moves. So, like, if you really think about it, the way it's supposed to go is like he's supposed to come here. I'm supposed to do this. He's supposed to jump. And then like he's supposed to jump and then like, you know, I'm supposed to I don't really know what, like probably play here or something, right? So or maybe he just like, you know, or maybe he just does or maybe when I do this, he can actually do this and then extend out like this. So essentially, if you're looking at that, like you're looking at this, and where white is very, very much flattened on the bottom, and if he hanes, like this stone might actually be in trouble. So instead of that result, you're getting this result where white has a lot more potential for territory over here, and white's pretty much sealed this off. And plus, black's not entirely safe yet, as we saw later. So essentially, you know, like he traded a lot. He traded a lot away, and that's why I gained a big advantage there. That's fine. So this, I probably should have just retreated again. I did this because you can't really double Hane anymore here. So that's why I just chose to ignore. But I probably should have answered this by doing this or something. But anyways, not a big mistake. Here, it's fine. I do this. I do this. This might have actually been a better move just to jump out. Force this way. I'm going to fly up. He does that. This is very bad for white, actually. Because the thing is, like, you got to think about, like, how your moves work together. When I do this, I'm obviously expecting you to do this. You get Sente, first of all, which is pretty good. But if you actually Hane this way, you're invalidating this move. So you just wasted a move there. It makes that very weak, and it makes that move disposable. Plus, you can't really threaten me at all anyways. Doing this, I'm going to come here. I think this probably was the best move. Just to solidify the shape. I just got greedy. I wanted to destroy the shape. He does that. This is a bad move, obviously, because it solidifies me down here. I definitely should have just taken this. That was a huge mistake by me to not take that. I took this. That's not good, obviously. This is okay because it gets you some advantages. If you did this, I would have just done this. I don't really care about what territory you can get up there. I just destroy this territory. Because those moves aren't worth that much. So I end up doing that. He does that. Does that. I'm going to go backwards and do that. And then I'm going to do this. He takes it. So here I feel like you should, if you're black, you should just do this. Let white take it. And then maybe build up your influence in Moyo over here. So, because this stone, like, it settles me, so it's big, but it's really not that big. Letting me come out is probably worse, because it kind of destroys your Moyo that you were building up here. That doesn't make too much sense to me. And this is a bad sequence by me, actually. Yeah, that's a bad sequence by me. I don't know if I could actually do anything here. I mean, I guess I could have just done this. Oh yeah, I should have just done this. He can't really cap this because I have a double Atari. I missed that. So yeah, this doesn't actually work because I can go here. And then even if I just do this, like, he can't cap. So this is just a misread this is a very bad misread by me. I'm going to go here first. He connects this, he gets that. I'm going to go here, and this is actually not that hard to live on. You can just do this immediately. That's actually a really bad move because you can't trade. You cannot trade these two for this group. So there's like many ways you can actually deal with this. Because, you know, like, this is going to be an I regardless. If you do that, if I cap this, then you're obviously alive down here. If I don't cap this, like, I guess I can do this, but this is just really iffy. And yeah, this is just like super, super iffy right now. Because, like, if I let you extend down, this group still might, I mean, like, I'm going to have trouble on both sides. So there's just a couple of things here that, like, I have a lot of weaknesses here that he can actually just make this group live. There's, like, so many weaknesses here that a lot of these would actually just be Sente. I would have to, like, you know, fix a lot of things. And it's hard to fix this right here. So I think he could have just made this group live. Like he can't. The thing is, like, if you're black, you got to calculate the territory right now. You can't just give up this group because if you give up this group, there's no way you're gonna win. So like, yes, you got this, which is a huge, huge win for you. But the thing is, like, if you give this up, this is like minus 30, 35 points, and there's not enough territory on the board for black to win if that dies. So it's a bad move. I do that, and then I'm gonna do this. Um, the thing is, like, here there still might be a way to get out, although this is like a lot more iffy now. I think this is a lot more iffy than what it originally was. If you do this, I mean, it's still, if you do that, yeah, you can kind of do this first. It's at least co. It's at least co if you do this. Well, actually, it's just alive. But then, like, I have a lot of, I would actually have a lot of territory here, and I would probably just, like, try to get some territory over here as well. So that's how it works. Like, black is alive in here. Black is actually alive in here. Until he does this. Now this is dead because he doesn't have any advantages. So like the thing is, like, when I saw him do this, I'm like, well, he just lost. That just cost him the game because there's no way you can just get these two and give up this. This is too big. So like if you're looking to whether to give up a group or not, you have to like ask yourself, can I win? You have to ask yourself, can I win if I give up this group? And the answer here was no. So you can't give up that group. So that's actually where like the game kind of ended, more or less, in terms of like victory or defeat. I do this just to make sure this captures, and I'm just going to have solidify like way more territory than him. Attacking this really isn't going to work because I'm just too strong over here. Yeah, like this, if he does this, I can just do this. If he cuts, I mean, there's a plethora of things I can do here. Like, I can kind of just do this, honestly. Because if I do this, then he's just kind of screwed if I do this. So, this just really wouldn't work. And plus, like, there's no guarantee you can even kill me down here because I can actually have connections this way as well. So, attacking this group is more of like getting rid of like this influence over here rather than killing this group right now. Now, because I'm just going to take that. This is not going to work by any extent. So like another thing he really just gave up was here, like giving up this down here is pretty big. Because like that's a lot of points right there. So he does that. I'm going to do that. And also like these moves are very damaging because it let me solidify all this territory down here. That's why like that went from like plus 35 to plus 50 because he let me solidify too much territory. Oh yeah, I can just kind of do this because if he does, actually no, I can't. He does this, I can just go this way. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I can just easily go that way. So yeah, I screwed up here because if he does this, I should have just done this. I didn't calculate very well. He does this, I Atari here, and then I go this way, and I get all of it. So I made a pretty big mistake there by letting him get this, and then just kind of like going with the flow. So like the rest of these are just ending moves. But the thing is, like, the lesson here is like if you're going to give up a group, you've got to recognize, like, can I win with giving this group? And if giving up this group gets you down by like 30, 40 points, you can't give that up. You have to fight. And this wasn't dead. So that's where he actually lost the game. All right, I'm going to play. Actually, no, I don't have time. So that is the lesson for today. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. I will be back tomorrow, I think, to at least play one game. I might play one tonight, but we'll have to see about that. So yeah, like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. I'll be back tomorrow.